What's up, YouTube? Welcome this morning. We're gonna load up the 289 with the mulching head on it. Got a bucket. Customer wants a little bit of rocks or something removed. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I've been up there, but I remember he wanted me to bring a bucket. Oh, we're gonna do some mulching. Just a little clearing on the side of this guy's house. These folks. Just met with one of them, so yeah, let's load it up. Morning, Barney. Let's get these chains and binders on here and roll out. It's all fun and games till somebody gets left in the mouth of the chain. Alright, I'm out here on the job. I just went through, I don't know if you can see them, but I put some little flags. There's a fence row running along that way. That's the property line. This is loaded with lots of little stuff. Lots of cedars. So we'll be clearing this out. I can't hardly walk in here. It's pretty thick. Did not realize how rocky it was gonna be, but we will hover the head and do the best we can, right? Move rocks if you have to. Name of the game isn't what you can and can't do. It's doing it no matter what. Finding a way. If you got to hand cut them and move them yourself, that's what you got to do. Let's get this done. I just got started and I found surprise number one. It's like an old wire cage out there. I'll have to get out and get that right now. So we just had to get rid of a big old ball of wire. Would not have been cool, sucking up a roll of wire on, you know, the very first tree. We do have a power line right behind us, so try and work everything in here. I may try and find a place where I can work, you know, long ways maybe, and then push everything in afterwards. I don't have to fight other trees keeping it from happening. I don't have to get tangled up in them. It being rockier than I expected, this is going to be pretty much have to eat each tree individually. Most of it's so small, or it's cedar, it's so easy to eat. I can smell that I've eaten a rock already. That's right, you can smell them. Wet spot over here. Everything's rock, so I think I'm going to be just fine, but I am going to be a little cautious on this wet stuff. Up just as high as I can on them. That way, when I'm eating it, it's basically holding itself in place. have to chase it around on the ground, especially with this rocky. And I'll just hold on to that for a while, I guess. It wants to stay. Difference from this and another video I did, that it's about an 8-inch cedar there in the middle, and it eats it a lot better than a hardwood. Look at that little baby tree. Make sure to get your stumps down real low. Otherwise you get out here this mulch and debris, find yourself losing a track when you turn. If you're by yourself like me, that can be tough. Although I did build some tools that are supposed to make putting tracks off and on easier. Eat at this a little while and I'll get back with you guys. And everything is just wet and nasty. The side window's been doing good. Got a little bit I need to pull out here so you can kind of see where we're coming in from this bottom, falling all the way up here, and it just widens out as it goes. So yeah, not too bad. I'm gonna break the chainsaw out here and cut a few things away from trees. I like to clean up right next to the trees so that they're left with nice big trees, you know, looking nice. Granted, there's gonna be wood chips out here for a year or two, but that's part of mulching. The old machine, she is nasty. So we hop down here, kind of show you guys, give you an idea of just how far we've gone. I got chunks and stuff that I got to clean up a little bit, but started out here at the road, and then came in along this fence line. That's the fence line that we started at. Now you can see all the little flags that I put out. Before you couldn't even find them. Yeah. We've got all this along the edge of the road here to do as well, but we're getting there. It's very rocky in here. I mean, there's my boot for an idea how big that is. I'm going to put my foot underneath it. You can see they're just sticking up all over the place. So it's almost kind of bucket work where you know which side's going to touch and just kind of working around it. And even the little stuff that I would like to just mow right through it, I can't back drag it, so I'm eating it up high and dragging it down. That way I don't have to back drag it through the rocks. Other than that, I'll have to find a spot and drag it, you know, to where I can work on it, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, this spot's super wet. That's all mulch. Also get you guys up in here kind of by the machine. I didn't bring my tripod today. I want to get some good outside views. I may have to throw you on the cab when it's not sprinkling and raining. It's just a light sprinkle right now. But I'm working in between these trees and up through there. It gets very rocky through here. That's all big chunks of rock. But yeah, it's going all right. I'm liking it, I guess. Huh? See if I can find you guys a good spot and get you a good outside view of what's going on. like this is just super rotten. You know, real satisfying to eat, but sometimes, man, these things will look like they're just toast, and you get down to the bottom of it, and it is awful. It'll just be hard on the inside. That's right, that is hard twice. Hard. And that's the fence right there. I'm at the edge of it. Just be careful I don't grab a hold of something that drags that fence in. So tight, rocky. I'm trying to make little minute turns because, well, it's hard on tracks too. Teeth and tracks. Been a day. I've got about 8 hours in so far. Cleared all the way through this out here, all the way up through the back side of the corner of this property, and all through these trees, which you can tell there's not much mulch. I had to hand do a lot of that right there. Battery died, but anyways, I was gonna show you guys something up here. Well, one, what we got left is gonna be up that side of the yard from this this corner stake back here with this white marker, and what's on this tree means it belongs to Forestry Commission or whatever, so you don't go beyond that. There's their fence, obviously, with the stuff tied on it, but that's, you don't go beyond that. I wouldn't. I don't know exactly what they do to you, but I don't want to find out. I'm sure it's expensive. That's the way they punish us adults, with money. So yeah, I just sharpened the saw a little bit. I cut a barbed wire fence in half a minute ago. It was in my hand. I was holding it and I thought it was a bunch of vines, and it was a bunch of vines, but there was a barbed wire fence in it, and I cut it right off and was just holding a piece of barbed wire in my hand. So I guess it could have been worse. But we've come all the way up from that far corner down there, all the way up, cleaned up. Got this little section here, which I've got it flagged off there. That's going to be like septic stuff, so I'm not going to get in there, not going to get on top of any of that. It's another reason I hand cut a lot of this stuff, all this material that was around here, cut it and threw it down there and mulched it where it could be. Plus it's very rocky right there. I'd say it's because they dug it up, and whoever the contractor was didn't want to put the rocks back in the hole. But yeah, there's not just a whole lot left right there, a few hours, but yeah, it's going well. So I don't know if I'll do any more today. This is day one. I mean, I'm gonna do some more work, but I don't know if I'll film any more of it. Film, we don't use film. Well, rain's coming down pretty good. We got a bunch cleared. There's just a little bit left of that corner right there and then this side of the house here, which will meet basically the back of my trailer. It's just going to be a little short swath. Won't be too bad. I do need to blow that off. Boy, that thing's nasty. It's raining pretty good now. What I'm going to do is kick my trailer off. I'm going to head home, probably sharpen a chainsaw, and I'm going to take a nap all night. Well, the homeowner has he's had surgery recently, so he would like to be able to be out. We're going to probably build a pad and a few other things, so we've decided to postpone the rest of this job for a couple of months until he's healed up. So I unloaded, but I've reloaded. I'm all hooked up, headed to the house. So, yeah. I appreciate you guys watching. God bless. Check you later. Trying to get that view, leaned out the window and lost my hat. Not how that works.